I think a lot of times we hear push your heels down and you try really hard to do what your trainer is telling you, but it's not just about pushing your heels down. So this video is about keep your heels down. So this is for you if you have heard that from your trainer before, or if you know that you have a tendency to grip or clamp or nag a little bit with your horse. And in this video, I'm going to show you the right way to keep your heels down. We're going to start out with a few examples of incorrect ways to push your heels down, and then I'm going to give you a simple 3-step process to help you find and figure out the correct leg position and the correct way to push your heels down. Having your heels down is super important for 2 reasons. One, because we use our legs to communicate with our horses to get our horse going forward. So if your leg is clamped on all the time, you're going to be ineffective. The second reason is that your ankles act as shock absorbers. And so if your heels aren't down, then your seat is going to be blocked and you're going to be bouncing. So let me start out with my examples, because I think a lot of times we hear push your heels down and you try really hard to do what your trainer is telling you, but it's not just about pushing your heels down. So I'm going to give 4 examples. I want you to comment below and let me know which of these 4 is your tendency. Okay, so every time I go in front of the camera. All right, here is example 1. So this is what I see a lot, is riders jamming their heels down. So obviously my heels are down there, but it's not correct, right? I'm in a chair seat. My leg is completely ineffective. So that's example number 1. Example number 2 is this. Oh gosh. So my heels are down, but it's a little much, right? Like my legs are just bouncing all over the place. So that's not good either. Example number 3 is probably what a lot of you are doing if you're watching this video. So here, I'm just kind of gripping with my legs, and you can see there's no flexibility in my heel. And then the 4th example is going to be correct. So let me get my balance back. Let me get everything correct. So when it's correct, I just have a light little bounce down, 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 down. You can see a little bit of a shock absorbing movement going through my heel. Good boy. It's very nice that this horse tolerates me doing that. So make sure to comment below 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let me know kind of what your issue is with your heels. Now we're going to start out with solving this issue, because sometimes just having someone yell at you, push your heels down, isn't really helpful. So step 1, you need to check your stirrup length. If your stirrups are too long or too short, it's going to be hard to get your heels down. The way that you can check if your stirrups are the correct length is take your foot out of the stirrup, and the bottom of your stirrup should be about even with your ankle bone. So this is just a good thing. If your stirrups are too short, try letting them down a hole. If your stirrups are too long, that's definitely going to make it difficult to get your heel down. You should have to bend your toe and bring your toe up in order to find your stirrup when you're riding. Once you've checked that your stirrups are the correct length, then what I find is super helpful is to just experiment a little bit with finding the correct amount of weight in your stirrup. And the correct amount of weight is basically where the weight of your leg goes into your stirrup. So start off with kind of standing in your stirrups and putting way too much weight. You can even do like a little bit of a light 2-point and just kind of feel what that feels like. Because here obviously I have the weight of my whole body, right, is going into my foot. And then you can also experiment with taking your completely the weight out of your stirrup. So you can see there I actually lost my stirrup, right? So just draw your foot out of the stirrup. And then find that middle ground. So make sure that the stirrup is positioned perpendicular across the ball of your foot, and that you have the weight of your leg going into your stirrup. So once you've done those 2 things, the next thing is practice some transitions, trot, walk, trot, or trot, canter, trot, because a lot of times if your heels are up, more than likely it's because your horse is lazy, and so you feel like you're having to nag your horse all the time. So I like my students to practice some transitions. So you're going to trot, then you're going to walk for just a couple steps, keep walking, and trot, and heels down. So after you make that transition to trot, make sure to push your heels down. Walk, close your leg, trot, heels down, 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 down. Kumani obviously is very well trained and super sensitive. Close your calf. Good. Heels down, 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 down. The goal is that your horse listens to your calf and you don't even need to use your heel to get your horse going more forward. Good boy. But this is super important. You could see at the beginning when I was showing those incorrect methods, if your heels are up or if you're jamming your foot in the stirrup, it messes up your whole position and it makes it so that your seat isn't able to follow and connect to your horse. If you're struggling with your position or your seat, check out the description. I have a free training on the independent seat. It's an hour-long webinar. It's fantastic. It's really going to help you out with your position because this is just a little tip, but there's a lot more to learn about your position. And it's so important. You know, every issue that you're having with your horse can be traced back to something in your body and in your position. And what's really cool is that when you improve your position, then your horse is instantly going to improve. So comment below if this was helpful and make sure to subscribe. I post a new video every single Wednesday. And now you know how to push your heels down the right way. Thanks for watching.